Welcome again, everyone. This is CCP Fozzie, joined by CCP Dolan for the second of our best 2 out of 3 series on this day 4 of the New Eden Open 2. This is Thingy versus Warlords of the Deep, and we have 2 extremely similar setups about to line up against each other. Not exact mirrors, but very, very close. Why don't you tell us a little bit about them,
So
Dolan?
we have double Slipners for both teams, Scimitar backup, Gila backup, and then we have the only difference, a Raptor versus a Merlin. But the important thing here is there's a lot of damp control on both sides. The Gila, they both come in at max distance, so they're going to be wanting to really, really control the engagement. I suspect we're going to see an extended pause here before anyone engages the other. They're going to be looking for positioning with their damps, maybe trying to lower the logistics into a false sense of security, push them out with no damp pressure, and then immediately shut them down with a ton of damps from those molluses.
Yeah, I mean, both teams, I think, are going to be very cautious in this. This is the strategy that actually Warlords of the Deep really pioneered with the Mimitar Rush teams, with these Sleipnir teams, is coming in at max range. A lot of teams before that were coming in a little bit closer, often about 30. Coming in max range just gives you more time to evaluate the field. And that's something that, for a really good team, you can really take advantage of. And that's been the movement. A lot of good teams have migrated over to that way of thinking since they started doing it. Both teams applying their damps across the board. It is a very strong E-War battle. The initial E-War battle won by Warlords of the Deep, but these Merlins and Molluses are all fast enough to dodge in and out of each other's lock range. So they're going to actually try to bounce back and forth. And you're probably going to see this E-War battle swing back and forth between the 2 teams over time.
Yep, exactly. You can see these teams fighting for positioning here. You can see the Molluses way back in the field trying to get as much distance as possible so that they can be forcing out maybe one of the other opposing Molluses without maybe catching accidental damps from the other, because this is really not just a one-on-one positioning. This is dual buddy positioning here.
Yes. They're going to need to keep an eye on the distance from the other team and the distance from the other frigates that are damping them. For the Molluses and the Raptor and the Merlin, all of which are in here largely for their damps, one of the things they have to keep an eye on is their cap. They're going to be doing a lot of micro driving back and forth to try to get that range advantage back and forth, and it's very easy in these kind of fights to ignore your cap levels and end up at low cap.
And you can see here, yep, tackles tied up, 2 Slipners tackling each other, but they've done it when Warlords of the Deep has damp control here. We have one of the Merlins tackled and neuted, so that's going to be that's going to be the Gila?
Yeah, the Gila for Warlords is now, actually no, the Gila for Warlords is way at the back. So, or sorry, the Gila for Thingy, is up front. And yes, he's right in the thick of things. Interesting, the Warlords actually is keeping their Gila back while Thingy is sending him right into the brawl. At this point, though, everyone tanking actually quite well. This was a really good moment for Warlords, or at least they thought it was a good moment to move in because they had that damp control. But actually, damp control has swapped over to Thingy since the battle got joined. So that's a really good move for Thingy. They were able to actually get control of the electronic warfare war back.
Oh, tackle on the Scimitar. Drynar just got tackled. If he gets 2 Slipners and a Gila on top of him, he's going to be in huge trouble.
Though. Oh, there you go. Now it's got the scram back. Yeah, this is going to be huge. Whoever can kill the first Scimitar is going to be in a gigantic advantage. We're seeing damage start to apply to him now, as there you see on your screen there, one of the Warlord Sleipners of Count Monte Carlo.
He's right on top of
fire
him.
right into that Scimitar.
No way is that Scimitar getting away. They need to burn that Slipner to the ground. The Slipner of Hard SP is not catching any reps here from the Scimitar, and the Scimitar has no damp, no ECM pressure on top of him.
Why?
There's the reps at the last second.
It looks like he actually just gotten too far away to be able to rep.
Then they're breaking that Scimitar. Drynar's going to go down.
Yep. Yeah, the Scimitar 4 Thingy is going to be dropping, and with the Gila going to be probably the next target that already has newts on him. This is looking like a very strong early advantage for Warlords of the Deep.
Hard SP actually going for the kill here. He's reduced his speed to 0. Max tracking on this. Yeah, and that's the Scimitar down for Drynar.
Scimitar is down. Actually, it looks like the Thingy primary, the Warlord target, is going to be Ferox in his Sleipnir next, and
with no reps, he's going to burn to the ground.
Like, he's got an ASB, so a shield booster that uses cap charges instead of cap. But once that runs out of cap charges, he's going to go down very fast. You can see for the damage he's taking, he may actually even die before it goes down. But one way or another, once he runs out of cap charges, he will die.
Yeah, exactly. And this is up to the piloting here of the 2 Scimitar pilots. Dark Soldat pulling maximum distance, getting as safe as possible, only coming in to wrap Hard SP at the very, very last second, catching him when he literally had 0 shields left before he even took any armor damage.
Yeah,
it was perfect.
We saw the Thingy team had tried to dump all of their damage back into Hard SP Sleipnir to try to break him down. They did get close, but he's actually tanking fine again now. They put all their damps onto the Scimitar of Dark Soldat to try to have him break his reps, and it actually just, no, it hasn't been working at all. He's in close enough that he can rep, and now with one of their Slepners down.
And here comes the cascade. This is going to be a clean sweep.
This is going to go quickly from this point. I don't think there's really any chance that Thingy has left for this match. There, of course, going to be another match in this best of 3 series up after another one of the Weehurt and Kobaz matches, but for this one, this is a very decisive victory for Warlords of the Deep. Both of these two teams have been really, really impressive in this tournament so far, but Warlords is one of the most experienced and competent tournament teams, so it's not too surprising to see them be able to pull it out against the relative newcomers.
And Dark Sold at Count Monte Carlo, Hard SP, all the pilots of the big ships here. So much tournament experience.
Yep. You also see Fat Cat there in the Gila, who is our own Empathetic Brent, who was a commentator in the last Alliance tournament, came out here to Iceland, has moved over to the Warlords team from his old Stimulus, Road Capel guys, and with another Slepner of Nick Domar dropping down there, it's only a matter of time now. Thingy is just going to get mopped up, and they'll be moving right into getting ready for the next match. We talked a little bit about it at the beginning of the day, but it is a huge amount of pressure for these teams because they have to come out of a match like this and then do banning right away.
Yep.
They get convoyed by the gyms like, all right, bans, go.
Complete your bans, select your setups, get back on the field right now.
Yeah, and so they have no time to relax between these matches at all. They have to be ready to go right away, ready to set up their ships.
Who was it who complained that it was far too stressful last time and they required a break?
PL, who won.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We've had a lot of teams buckle under the pressure or come close to buckling under the pressure. This, of course, is not going to be as bad as it will be on the final day for our teams, but it's definitely something that these teams, if they want to go to the very top, need to be able to get used to. And we'll have to see how Thingy and Warlords both react to it. So the Gila now down for Thingy, only a Raptor left. If he wants to, he can draw out the fight by running around the field, or not, but it's really...
Or he can just be an honorable space pilot and suicide.
Yeah, I think he... let's see what he does here.
Maybe he really wants to kill a Merlin.
Sitting right around the edge of the field, but he's running all around. So I think he is going to survive for a little bit longer, taking them on a Merry Goose chase. But the Merlins actually are going to be able to catch up to him as he slowed down to turn there, and I think that is going to be it.
How many hours on the final day will the two teams in the finals be playing EVE Online in the tournament?
A very large number. I'm not actually sure, but it'll be.
Will it be? It might be the longest esports or sporting event, aside from like cricket, which I know goes a long time or something.
It's absolutely huge. It's a huge amount of time you have to spend, and you're not even just starting when we're starting the stream too. You're starting before that, getting ready.
Exactly.
Anyways,
with the Raptor going down, that's going to be 1 win up for Warlords of the Deep. Thingy's going to have to win 2 in a row to make a comeback here. We'll see you guys back in the studio in just a couple of seconds.